You're listening to Factual America.
Both of you mentioned this already, but you know, how this all flew under the radar screen for so long. I mean, how did this project come about? How did you get the idea for doing this?
Yeah,
Well,
James.
I'll
Yeah,
take
go for
this
it,
one.
yeah.
So it started in 2012. I was sometimes before I go to sleep at night, I'll just lay in bed and look at Reddit and just laugh at funny cat videos or like read interesting stories. And there was a TIL. Today I learned nobody really won the McDonald's Monopoly game. And you know, like most people, I loved that game, like I talked about earlier. And when I looked into it, it just linked to a local Jacksonville newspaper blurb from 2001 saying 8 people had been arrested, and it like lit me on fire basically. And so I just started doing all this research and really couldn't find that much. And it got to a point where it was just the same info regurgitated over and over again via different media outlets. And so I just kept looking into it over the years, over the next year and or so, and then put a freedom of information request in with the U.S. government. I was like, I want to know what it's all about. Yeah. And it took a little over 3 years for that to go through. And once it did, I was able to find out the names of the FBI agents and federal prosecutor that was part of it, and then reached out to them. And then once I reached out to them, they said, yeah, this is our favorite case. Nobody's ever hit us up about this before. We'd love to work with you. And at that point, I'd known Brian for a really long time, and he has a phenomenal background in documentary filmmaking. And I called him and I said, man, let's grab some lunch. I think I have something really big here.
And Brian, what did you do when James called and then you met for lunch? What did you think?
Well, if we had met at a McDonald's, it would have been a better nugget.
And do a scratch card or something, yeah.
Yeah, to the story. No, I mean, of course, just like on the surface, when you pull back the curtain on a story or on a part of your life that you remember seeing it one way for a long time, you're like, wait, I never had a chance to ever win that game. And you learn about it after the fact. You start to wonder, like, what else has been hidden from me in life? And of course, like, you know, there's a great deal of intrigue here. Like, okay, so the FBI are part of this, you know, investigation. They went undercover. They pretended to be a film crew to shoot a commercial for McDonald's to basically, you know, get people telling their stories for how they won the game as a means to investigate this crime. Like, of course, like on the surface, that sounds fantastic. But then you got to wonder, like, okay, well, how good are the characters who can tell the story? And how big of a story is this? I mean, obviously, a lot of people were indicted as a result. Would they be willing to go on camera? Would they be willing to share their story? Is there, you know, a lot of different veins, twists and turns that the story has that are worth venturing down? And of course, like, the moment we stepped into it in a meaningful way and started filming some stuff with the guys and started asking more and more questions, it was like, you know, it was the, you know, shock, like, hey, hang on a second. Are you like, there was all those double take moments that we had, you know, investigating this, you know, at that early phase, that we realized, like, this story has the legs to go well beyond just a feature documentary and could go multiple episodes into a series. And this would be such a tremendous vehicle to do that. And, you know, that's actually, you know, James and I were digging into this on our own for a while. And then we ultimately met up with Unrealistic Ideas, which is Mark Wahlberg, Archie Gips, Stephen Levinson's, you know, unscripted company. And we partnered with them, and we brought it to HBO, and HBO got excited about it. And subsequently, that's how you ended up with you guys with Sky. But this is it's been a pretty incredible road to see. You know, we thought it was amazing. Other people thought it was amazing, and then, you know, we were able to get the support and funding to actually make this happen and tell this incredible story.